If you follow my website for any length of time, you know that one of the issues I'm really passionate about is school start times. Quite simply put, school start times are too early for teenagers. About 90% of teenagers are sleep deprived, and this has multiple consequences for their health, their well-being, and their safety. One thing that I've talked about a little bit less, however, is the relationship between homework and sleep. And unfortunately, a lot of teenagers actually have to make a decision between one or the other. I was really struck when my son started first grade that some of the parents in the class were actually complaining that the children didn't have enough homework. To me, this seems ridiculous. I mean, first graders, they're really just learning how to socialize, how to read and write, but it should be fun and it shouldn't be a grind. What we have seen is this culture of achievement that has become somewhat toxic in our country. There's pressure from parents for excessive homework loads in many school districts. It is quite common for high-achieving students to have an hour a night per AP class. So in this case, some students actually may have 3 or 4 or 5 hours of homework per night. And that is on top of a heavy extracurricular load. The fact is, I don't think that there is much evidence to suggest that this is even helpful to teenagers, and I think actually it can be quite detrimental. The fact is, if I had a patient come into my office and I was asking them to do something an hour a night, I would have to be sure that actually was there was evidence that would provide a direct benefit. And the fact is, it's actually not that clear if homework is beneficial beyond a certain threshold in terms of standardized test score or learning. And I can tell you that we know that sleep is very important for learning and absorbing materials. So if you are constantly sleep deprived, no matter how you're working, you may not retain the information you're working so hard to acquire. So I would encourage teenagers, if you feel like you cannot finish your homework and get enough sleep at night, I need you to tell your parents and have them advocate for you at the school. And parents, please also log how many hours your teenagers are spending on their schoolwork. They may not want to tell you because they want to achieve and they want to do well, but the fact is, it's just not healthy. And I would say that if you are up past 10 or 11 o'clock at night and you still have homework to do, I would talk to mom and dad and have them really advocate for you, because the fact is, there isn't a ton of evidence that excessive homework is associated with achievement, but we know that sleep curtailment is clearly a health risk for teenagers. So anyway, if you think I'm off base, let me know. Give me some feedback on my website. Thank you very much.